Hey YouTube, here in Fairbanks, Alaska, it's not far before it freezes up here. It's the middle of August and we're starting to get cold temperatures, but I had an old Waverunner and I wanted to still run it a couple of times here. I mean, yeah, these are really old, these old Yamaha 500s. Mine's a 88 and it was overheating, and when they overheat, they just go to RPM limit mode, so you can just limp home. And I didn't see anything on YouTube, so I thought, well, if I could figure it out, I'll post a little video. Maybe somebody has another one of these cheap little machines. They're fun to ride. I like riding them. They skid through corners and you can dump them over, and they're pretty bulletproof. So the cooling system, if you take this little hatch off and then come back in the bottom here, there's I don't know, you can see some of these tubes here. The sun's kind of bad, but there's a tube here and a tube here, and this one is on the starboard side, and it comes from the jet pump, and it goes underneath here and goes into the inlet of the bottom of the engine. This is the cooling tube right here. On the other side, this goes to an outlet, and there's a little pickup down in the bottom. Mine was all greasy. I cleaned it out. I hope it helps a little bit. I think it's probably a bilge pump type system. Maybe works off of a vacuum when the machine is moving, and it pulls a vacuum in or something. I'm not sure if that would do it or not, but maybe. And so this is the cooling tube, though, the one on the starboard side, and then it goes into the port side of the engine. And I'll pop this open here, and just one-handed, so give me a second to pull this down. And so if you look, you can kind of feel right down here, there's a little clip, and you pull that tube off, and there's this little nipple that goes onto. And so it's straight out. And I pulled it out, and I blew on it, and it felt kind of plugged. And then I started the machine, and a bunch of black goo came out, and then I blew on it, and it was unplugged. And then I put it back in, and she ran great. So yesterday I tried putting this washer tube on and going backwards and blowing the engine out, blowing the gunk out, but it didn't work. But that did it. And so the water comes up through this tube, through the bottom, goes through the cylinder's head. I think it comes out through a wet exhaust, and then comes out. There's no other outlet on it. So maybe that helps somebody on one of these old Yamaha machines, and fun to ride, and a heck of a lot cheaper than a new one. All right, have a great day.